If you could just hold for 1 second, just a moment of silence. The Borough family, we lost Carl Judd Sr. Passed away. And I know for a lot of folks that are newer in town won't necessarily know Carl, but Carl was the custodian of Knight Park for a long time. The house that's in the park, Carl and his family lived there, and he was kind of the sheriff of Knight Park through the 70s and the 80s and the 90s. He then worked with our Public Works Department for a long time, was with us for a long, long time. He passed away within the last week. His son, Carl Judd Jr. ended up as our Public Works Superintendent, following in his footsteps, but he was a big, big part of Collingswood, did a lot of great work for us. In just a moment, just to remember. Okay, thank you. All right, Hal.
Motion to file report, tax collector, zoning official, and CFO.
Make a motion? Second.
Need a motion to file the minutes?
You know what, my bad. Let me just read this.
I'm
Boroughs
sorry.
comply with the notice provisions of the Sunshine Law by adopting prior to January 10th of this year a resolution prescribing the dates, times, and locations of all regular meetings of the commission. This meeting is one of the meetings listed in such resolution, and copies of the resolution were prior to January 10th filed with the Borough Clerk. Okay, that's been read. Go ahead.
I need a motion to file following reports, municipal court, tax collector, zoning official, and CFO.
I'll make a motion. Second.
And a motion to file minutes, November 6th, 2023.
Motion. Second.
Okay, we have the second reading and public hearing of bond ordinance 1772, authorizing additional findings for the construction of the Public Works Building and related improvements.
So this is authorizing the borrowing of an additional $3.5 million for the final. Later on tonight, we're going to award the contract for construction of the Public Works Building. Just under $10 million is all in. We're able to handle it from a budget perspective, but this is simply authorizing that. This is the public hearing on that ordinance. Anyone wishing to be heard, this is your opportunity. Is anybody online? Okay. All right, Hal?
Mayor Maley?
Yes.
Commissioner Lewandowski?
Yes.
Commissioner Robinson?
Yes.
Okay, we have the second reading and public hearing of ordinance 1773, regulating privately owned salt storage facilities.
So this ordinance and the next one as well, I'll just address that, are both tied in. They're both DEP recommended / required ordinances dealing with the subject of stormwater management. The regulation of salt storage facilities is in order to try to keep the salt from those facilities from washing away into the stormwater. So we'll deal with that one first. So anyone like to be heard on this? This is your opportunity to do so. Anybody? Okay.
Mayor
Lindsay,
Maley?
anybody? No? Okay.
Mayor Maley?
Yes.
Commissioner Lewandowski?
Yes.
Commissioner Robinson?
Yes.
Okay, we have the second reading of ordinance 1774, amending the Borough of Collingswood stormwater control ordinance.
So this again is the DEP. This is the latest wave of state required stormwater management rules governing all kinds of technical things with respect to new construction and maintenance of sewer lines, all at the request / requirement of the state DEP. Anyone like to raise anything, any questions, issues for us? Is anybody there? No? Okay.
Mayor Maley?
Yes.
Commissioner Lewandowski?
Yes.
Commissioner Robinson?
Yes.
Okay, we have the following first readings. First reading ordinance 1775, amending chapter 301 of the Code of the Borough of Collingswood, water rents.
So this is an increase in our water rents. It's a 5% increase on the water rents. We've actually raised them in the last couple of years. Most of the reason for that is that we're doing serious upgrades on our system. It's to help pay for all of that. A combination of replacing lines, as has been required by the state. What was it, 1/150th?
150th.
Yeah, 1/150th has to be replaced every year. We're doing that, and we've also been doing a lot of work with respect to this contaminant PFAS that everybody, you see in the papers that the state DEP DEP changed the standard, lowered that standard, which put a lot of, more than half of the towns with water companies in the state in violation, so we're making all the repairs to solve that. So it's a 5% increase. The second reading will be at our January 8th meeting.
No, Thursday, December 28th.
Oh, it'll be at the, okay, so we have a meeting, the first meeting of next year will be January the 8th. It won't be that first Monday, it'll be January the 8th. We have a special meeting, well, it's a regular meeting scheduled. It's December 20th at 10 a.m., commonly referred to as our cleanup meeting, but it's the last meeting of the year, the 20th, and so the public hearing on that, the 28th, I'm sorry, yes. December 28th, 10 a.m. Here?
Probably downstairs, yeah, in the living room.
Probably downstairs on the first floor.
Yeah, living room.
Yeah, yes. Okay, all right, Al?
Mayor Mallon?
Yes.
Commissioner Lewandowski?
Yes.
Commissioner Robinson?
Yes.
Okay, then we have the first reading of ordinance 1776, amending chapter 247 of the Code of the Borough of Collingswood sewer rents.
So this is a 10% increase on the sewer rents, the sewer charges. This is, again, we're doing a lot of work in replacing sewer lines. One of them is Harrison Avenue that it's underway right now, but kind of every time we get DOT money, most of the time we get DOT money to do work and repair a street, we repair water and sewer lines as best we can and replace them to upgrade the system. This will be December 28th, 10 a.m.
Yes.
Public hearing. Okay. Al?
Mayor Mallon?
Yes.
Commissioner Lewandowski?
Yes.
Commissioner Robinson?
Yes.
And then we have the first reading of ordinance 1777, salary ordinance.
So this is simply setting salaries for next year. It's contractual increases for everyone, and on those non-contract, it is a 3% increase on salaries. That'll be December 28th at 10 a.m.
Yes. Mayor Mallon?
Yes.
Commissioner Lewandowski?
Yes.
Commissioner Robinson?
Yes.
Okay, we have the following, we have the public comment on the resolution.
So this is the opportunity, if anyone has any comment on the resolutions that are upcoming, there's not separate public hearings in each one of them, so if you want to talk or ask questions or find anything out about it, this is your opportunity. We'll have a general public session at the end of the meeting, where you can talk about whatever you want. But any comments or anything on the resolutions that are here, any questions? Anything out there, Lance? No, you good? Okay, Al?
Okay, appointing Erica Laspada as deputy court administrator.
Yes.
Reappointing Robert Tonsberg to the Collingswood Housing Authority.
Yes.
Yes.
Approving a special emergency appropriation for the property revaluation services.
All right, so this is, we have been ordered by the Camden County Tax Board that we need to do a reval of property values. So let's spread the cost of that over 5 years and budget out of the budget for it over a 5-year period. So that's what this is doing. It's a special emergency appropriation by statute. That's what they call it, and let's just pay for it over 5 years. So that's what kind of, you'll hear a few more things about reval over the next year. Okay?
Yes.
You just vote yes.
Yes. Oh, sorry, yeah.
Authorizing a contract with McDonald Building Company, LLC, to the Department of Public Works Building.
So this is awarding the contract for the new Public Works building, which is gonna be built on the other side of Route 130. For those of you that remember, it's the site of what was the old M&E Marine property way back when. And it's been out to bid, and we got the bids in, and they fit within our budget. It's just over $9.3 million. And this is authorizing that contract to get moving. Yes.
Yes.
Authorizing a contract with Professional Property Appraisers Incorporated for the revaluation services.
So this is for the reval I just talked about reappraising the properties in town. Yes.
Yes. Authorizing a contract with Christopher Pine Esquire for special conflict counsel.
This is hiring an attorney on to take care of matters in which Brown Connery, Joe Nardi's firm, has conflicts with. Yes.
Yes.
Authorizing an application for the Assistance to Firefighters Grant.
This is seeking a grant of up to $75,000. It's something we file every year. It's the feds, right, Eddie? This is the feds?
Yeah, it's for,
Yeah.
for deer.
Deer and, right?
Yeah, and so we've been successful at it, we're just simply applying for it here.
Yes.
Yes.
Authorizing a redevelopment agreement with the House of Buds
So
LLC.
This is a cannabis facility looking to go in at what is the C.W. Clark used car dealership. It's just another step in their process of attempting to get open. Yes.
Yes.
Designation of property, designating a property known, as a non-condemnation area in need of redevelopment, block 38, lots 1.01 and 10.01 for 30 Fern Avenue.
So this is the property on which the Presbyterian Church is based. This is, the Presbyterian Church has been purchased. It's Fern and Fern and Maple, it's been purchased. There's, by a developer who's planning to convert it into roughly 30 residential units. The building will stay intact, not taking down any parts of the building. And this is simply enabling the borough to make the zoning process a little bit easier with them, and also to give us the authority to engage in a long-term pilot with them on this property. I know that the developers are doing a little meeting with the neighborhood Wednesday night. At our request, a meeting with everybody. Most of the questions I've gotten about this has been, they don't want to see the church get torn down and stuff. It's not, they're keeping the building intact. And there'll be parking for all the residential properties on the church parking lot as well, so there shouldn't be any overload on the streets. So that's what this is. Yes.
Authorizing the acquisition of property located at 16 Marion Terrace, also known as Block 117, Lot 19.01.
Commissioner Lewandowski, you want to talk about this one before I lose my voice?
Yeah, this is a property that is fallen into disrepair in the neighborhood. The property owners, or more appropriately, the next of kin, have decided that they cannot manage this home, and we're coming to an agreement that we could take possession of the property and put it back into productive use.
Yes.
Authorizing the purchase of property located at Block 22, Lot 13, also known as 627 Haddon Avenue.
Okay, so this is the Ocean First Bank property. For those of you following along here, a couple months ago, we did designated as a redevelopment area and gave the borough condemnation powers. Shortly after that, we had some discussions and negotiation with the bank, and we've reached agreement that the borough is going to purchase the bank building, which includes all the parking lot behind it. We were kind of at an impasse because the bank was trying to get developers approved to build a pretty big 6-story building on that lot, and we told them there's no way that's gonna happen. So this is, the borough will take title to this property. We'll be purchasing it at roughly $1.5 million. It's assessed at, which is an accurate assessment, is at about $1.9 million right now. So we think we're getting a pretty good deal on it, and we've already had a few discussions with a couple of the developers who were interested in the site. We had talked at a previous meeting about developers that had plans to keep the main building there and put like a row of 9 townhouses back on the street behind it. That kind of development is what we're looking for. But this is authorizing us to acquire the property. We're going to be able to do it with the cash we have on hand, kind of pull some out of our surplus to purchase it, with an eye toward selling it next year in one way or the other, but getting it sold next year so we replenish that surplus by the end of '24. So that's the plan. That's what we're doing. And yes.
Approving a cooperative agreement with the County of Camden for salt.
So we do this every year for salt for the snow that never comes, and with any luck, still won't come. Yes.
Approving the 2024 meeting schedule.
Yes.
Approving raffle license Ordinance 2023-15 for the Children's Dyslexia Centers Incorporated,
Yes.
authorizing the cancellation of tax account balances less than $5.
Yes.
Authorizing a transfer of budget appropriation within the 2023 budget.
And this is simply housekeeping. This is, after November 1st, we're allowed to move money between line items within the budget. Doesn't increase the budget, it just lets us take some money out of, if electric, we have some money left and we have to pay the gas bill, let's just transfer over and do that. Yes.
Yes.
And approving the payment of bills as presented by the treasurer.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I have.
Thank you. Okay, Commissioner Robinson?
Driving over here, I noticed how wonderful the holiday lights look at people's houses and in the stores, and it makes a difference in these dark days. A couple of things, our borough staff works really hard at putting on events. This Saturday is second Saturday, and it is a pop-up holiday party, playing A Christmas Story. There'll be a fire pit. It's Visit New Jersey, right, South? Visit South Jersey. There'll be Jersey wines. Good times. And shops will be open late, so patronize your small businesses. And next Wednesday, the 13th, we are having the menorah lighting.
There you go. Commissioner Lewandowski?
Just want to wish thanks for all the work that's been done thus far to sort of launch our winter holidays, and wish everyone the best moving forward, and go Navy Beat Art.
There you go. Hey, great choice on the movie, Liz, for Saturday nights. It's a movie like we can all go and enjoy. As
Not
opposed
The
to last
Shining.
movie we did, yeah. As opposed to The Shining, yes.
It was amazing.
I want, but there's a lot of, heading into 24, a lot of good signs in terms of, getting some empty properties moving and developed. The Ocean First we talked about a little bit. This isn't empty, but Sapori is gonna be starting on their second, for part of the third floor, gonna build on top. The former Jaffstrand site is getting ready to rock and roll. The Presbyterian Church project is gonna be moving along. Again, for a lot of this, bringing more folks that are living and oriented toward that avenue even more than the rest of us that are, a 5-minute walk away. But it's really good signs. And I wanna just, it's the end of the year, I wanna thank all the borough staff, everyone, Sandra, Lindsay, all of you that are here, Billy, everybody for the work all of you do, Holly's here too. Holly, for all the work that you do all year long, everything that you guys do to keep things under control, really let us, do some of the extra special things that a lot of towns don't get to do. But we appreciate all your work you do. Can't believe we're heading to 24, but we are. Okay, I'm gonna open up to the public. Anyone like to bring anything before the commission? Anything? No? Yes, sir.
I
Please.
have a question.
Just give us your name and address for the record.
Sure. Robert Fisher, 101 East Madison Avenue. I was at a zoning or a planning board meeting recently, and I was happy to hear that there was a motion granted for Sarah's Produce to move into that location. And I wonder, is there any updated information on the borough's plans for the park in the front of that property, and where I might be able to find that information if you can?
Sure. So we are hoping to have a final concept plan on that soon. I know, in fact, I think I'm meeting next week with those folks to see what there is on the concept. So yeah, we expect within the next few weeks there'll be like a plan for the park out front. Yeah, hopefully that work can start on the building over there too. Won't be able to show movies there soon, but that's okay.
Well, I think it's great news. I
Yeah.
think it's going to be a fantastic addition to the avenue to have a little park along the way. So,
Yep, we do too. We're happy it all worked out.
Yeah, having those exchange places
Where is
is very
that?
important.
On the old border lot, next to Groove Ground, there'll be the building in the back that Sarah's Produce is moving in. It's gonna be rehab, and they're gonna move in there, and then the front half of it's gonna be a little urban park. All right, anything else, Mr. Clearman, anything?
Yes,
Okay,
Richard Clement, 747 Maple Terrace. Just want to follow up on what I brought up last month.
about the EV,
I understand in the state of New Jersey, in the year 2017, we have to start serving 10% of EVs in the state. 27. And increase.
27, okay.
And increase by 10% every year till 2036.
I think that's the plan.
Yes. And, you said you were going to go to some kind of meeting and maybe get some information about what you want to do.
So the League of Municipalities Convention was since the last meeting, and I hear you, all those goals are being set. I can also tell you that no one's really put any thought into what the infrastructure is gonna be for that, how the homes on Collins are gonna be able to charge those vehicles that they have to get. So your issue that you raised was that you didn't want like cords running across the sidewalks, we had to be planning for that. And we think we have enough on the books to like address that today, but, it's just something we're gonna be mindful going ahead about how that's all gonna work.
Today, I happened to be in this building. Where I came in, there was 2 vehicles parked for the EV
With the
rechargers.
chargers, right?
They weren't charging.
Oh, really?
Is there anything about them getting tickets?
Yes, there is. We have adopted, a few months ago, we adopted some new parking regs that regulate people parking but not charging.
Yeah, I mean, I came in and all the slots along the
They were
street
full.
there were still, they were parked in there.
It's a matter of enforcement, that's all. I
Maybe,
don't know if they finished or what they did, but I can tell you this, our EV chargers are being used like crazy.
well, I believe
So we're
that
getting a lot of
there's
charges
times
up.
that they might. be
Yep.
good. Maybe you should put up a camera there and hook it up to the police department, and this way you can really check if they're using it.
Well, that's a possibility, but I can tell you that there's a lot worse parking issues that I put the cameras up in some other places first,
I understand.
okay?
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yep, you got it, thank you. Anybody else? Okay, we're adjourned.
Thanks, everybody.